Yes, come in. Hold that thought. I'll call you right back. Right back. Adna, Elas Franco, how are you doing? Things are getting really tight in this Gova season. Right now, I just don't know what to do. But Franklin, what are you doing? You're sitting on your money machine. With all them skills and ideas that you have, you can go further, faster. Awawi, go to the NDFD. They've got the best rates on business loans, not to mention affordable business support. They'll get your business registered and help you develop your business plan. They'll design your logo and train small business owners just like you. For real, I go down there now. All jokes aside, NDFD is helping people when others would not.
Yeah, but that was actually me talking to me through myself. Pleasant good afternoon to everyone. Let me have my theme, my theme. Let me hear my theme. Yes, thank you very much once again. Good afternoon. Welcome to another continuation and a continuing edition, a fresh edition, a Tuesday edition, the July 1st edition of the Nature Island Small Business Buzz, a program that highlights and empowers young entrepreneurs here in Dominica. And from every walk of life, every possible idea, every initiative, we highlight it, we encapsulate it, we embrace it, and we present it to you, so you can come into personal contact and understand the person, the people, the ideas, the presentation, and how you can get in touch with them in the thriving in small business and engine of economic growth in the Commonwealth of Dominica. We're happy to have our guests already in here with us. We have, as usual, or folks who are making sure that we're online, we're live, we're online, and we're ongoing on limited edition. And we have Ozone Media, that's Owen Vidal, and of course Shan Abraham, who's on control. One is doing the visual, one is doing the audio. So together we have audio visual. But those doing the talking, well, it's me, and those who doing the calculating is Donald Bocasio. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you, Franklin, and good afternoon, Dominica. So you're tuned in once again to Nature Isle Small Business Buzz, of course, on Q95 in the partnership with the NDFD. So this is the space where innovation meets inspiration and local dreams turn into green realities. Today, Franklin, we are spotlighting brilliance and bold ideas from a young entrepreneur who recently captured the top spot at the 2025 Green Innovation Summit. So, if you're into sustainability, local, creativity and innovation, or just love to see a young person shining bright, all you have to stay right here because this one's going to open your eyes to just how far a single something, which we will reveal a little later, can go and can provide you with many possibilities. So, Franklin?
I think it's a rather nutty subject this afternoon. So we're going to
Naughty.
peel, yes,
Naughty?
nutty,
Naughty.
yes, and so we're going to peel back all
Yes.
of the fibers of reality,
Yes.
so we can get to the shell of the
However,
problem.
Franklin, how was your weekend? Yeah?
This the weekend it was roller coaster.
Okay, okay,
With highs and lows, with
Mhm.
massive highs and massive lows.
Yes.
Being the type of personality that I've been blessed with, I'm able to really tap into experience the
Mhm.
very depth and essence of the situation as they present themselves. Some
Mhm.
of them I anticipate, and some blindside you.
Okay. Yeah.
And we had the opportunity to say farewell to a friend, a very dear friend of you and myself, um, little Kai, and who encountered some challenges along his 16-year-old destination
Mhm.
and made a final stop in it. I guess you would talk about the impact it had on you. When I myself, along with the other network of individuals that we have together when we speak to comfort each other when times when we have this gravitational mental pull towards the left. So we're talking and we were saying, well, how for the last 2 days we felt a little down, a little gloomy, and to be able to sustain each other by breathing some fresh life into each other's circumstance. But this one was hard because having spent some time with Kai at certain institutions, there was no way on my radar that I knew that I would be attending a funeral, and that uh, I know it just was. It was hard to say farewell to such a promising rising star.
That's
And
true.
but does it have to come to realization now that that's the reality, and
Yeah.
that we have to move on
Mhm.
despite the fact. And what do we go? We have to hold on to what he represented,
Mhm.
and we would hope that in sometime when Jesus Christ died at 33,
Mhm.
we could think, and he's still talked about today. So we just hope that we're able to have the facility, the platform whereby our that new generation, that very, very vibrant generation, has the avenues whereby we would have a listening ear for whatever it's troubling them.
Mhm.
Circumstances change. And we hope that. So I saw you there, and why
Yes.
were you there?
Well, the young boy was actually a close friend and a classmate of my son.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there as well, and I actually met him.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back, I'm thinking I should have, probably reached out more.
The same
But
thing with me.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but then that's why, Franklin, I really would like to say something. I know it's all about small business,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess we do not operate in a vacuum. At the
No,
end of the day,
at
we're
all.
part of a much bigger space, which is life.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like to say, sometimes we don't realize just how much someone is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
until it's it's too late. And when that happens, the hardest thing to admit is that maybe in some way, we all failed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I just want to say, let's be more present. Let's try hard to be more present,
Mm-hmm.
to be more kind, and to be more intentional, especially with our young ones,
Yeah.
especially the young ones. So from my point of view, and I think I speak on our behalf, Franklin, to our
Yes.
young friend, I know you are in a better place now, but I wish that you were still here with us. You're you know we I think we should carry your memory as a call to love harder, to listen deeper, and to never take anyone's silence or even laughters for granted.
Yeah.
So rest easy, young king.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's over now.
Hmm.
It's over. And then that brings us to grounding of one of the pillars of our program, where we seek to empower persons who have decided that they're going to overcome their fears and stepping to a new dimension and creating the ideas that they may have harbored and birth them into reality. And this afternoon, as always, we have one of the ladies, and then when I say birth, well, she's a lady, so this time, so she's going to deliver on her idea and on her successes and her
Hmm.
potential trajectory towards greater enterprise development and brilliance and success.
Franklin,
Hmm.
we should first remember acknowledge that we had a on the lighter side of
Mhm.
things, we had a great interview
Yes.
the last time.
Remind me again, because yeah. I had a
Thursday,
little
that was with
Thurs-
Benno.
oh my goodness, that was just flourishing. That
And
was
I
spectacular.
bump into our good friend Senor Simeon Joseph.
Simi, yes.
Yes, and he said that was a fantastic program. So his words was like outstanding program. He said I learned a lot,
Wow.
from Benno,
Myself too.
from you,
Yes.
and he has been very gracious and sharing his even his own techniques, his knowledge, his
Yes.
wisdom.
Mhm.
So great job. And he has been NDFD's, one of NDFD's longest standing, and of course, uh, you know, uh, fast rising clients, so to speak.
With Benno.
Yes, Benno
Oh, because
Christmas.
I was going to say, well, Simeon,
No, that-
when did you not tell me that you opening the
No.
business of writing? No, I know he's going to write. He's going to be the script writer for presidents and prime ministers and international forums. I know Simeon is
Yes.
one of the best in the universe.
Definitely.
All right. Okay, so he's
And
yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
and I know if I'm not sure if we still have time
Mhm.
for the recap and the lessons.
Yeah, we have time. we may not have TIME, but we have TYME,
Yeah.
which we have time.
Yeah.
Okay, no matter how short it is. Okay, so go ahead.
So let's do that. But
So
before,
Benno, yeah,
yes, but before I do that, let me tell you, I went to one of our former guests' place,
Mhm.
Lom.
oh yes,
Uh,
you went alone. You didn't. No, don't tell me. Okay, still time.
So it was. So we just want to big up, of course. I had
high
a
rise
high rise,
High Rise,
and of
yes.
course, Ruins Rock. But
and ruins
he has a new place now in Concord.
in Concord.
That's
yes.
Cali Midway Cafe,
Midway
and
Cafe.
I've heard so many friends telling me good things about the spots.
When you gonna take me there?
We have to go there
Like
together.
yesterday.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
all
well,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
So-
know. We have already agreed on that. Yes.
We have to bring, of course, Ozone Media
Ozone
and of
Media.
course DJ Sean.
Yes, but
With us.
and since I'm taking
And
our
Stabit.
guests, I'm taking our guests. I'm taking our guests.
All
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So let me just do a quick recap
Yes, sure,
of
do that.
our interview the last time. So here are 3 of the lessons that we got.
From Benno and his golden
Pieces,
Yes.
right?
okay.
Golden pieces. So lesson number 1, and I remember you taking down this statement.
yes.
He
posted
said-
me.
He said something. Well, actually, he said a good idea. It's a good idea,
but
but a God
good
idea
idea.
is a great
Good
idea.
Yes,
All right.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So,
Mhm.
Benno reminded us that, while good ideas may come and go, a God idea is rooted in deeper purpose. Right. So, that perspectives invite entrepreneurs to listen beyond trends and tap into something more divine, so to speak, or into divine direction when building something that lasts. Right. So, for our actionable question, spend 5 quiet minutes today reflecting or praying and ask, is my current business idea just good, or could it be God inspired? Right? So let that guide you or guide your next move. All right? Lesson number 2, letting go allows growth. All right? So Benno shared his personal journey of learning to let go of full control of the business and trusting others to help grow the business,
Mhm.
right? He said something about, he had to let go and allow others, to come in the business. And now he is a big believer of the power of
Team.
teams,
Yes.
right? So again, that was a bold reminder that real growth requires trust, delegation, and belief in people who can carry the mission forward with you. So, for our actionable question, identify one key responsibility you're holding on, or you're holding too lightly or too tightly, sorry, and ask yourself, can I start preparing someone this week to share that load? And
Mhm.
finally, lesson number 3, stand out with strategy, right? Benno's approach, to selling from his mobile van, building a loyal following through distinctive smoked meat products, and his unapologetic branding shows that, the power of being different on purpose. He didn't just start a business, Franklin. He strategically placed it, branded it, and lived it. All right. So, for our actionable question for everybody, what's one thing that makes your business stand out? Write it down right now and ask yourself, am I doing enough to amplify that difference?
Yes, and he was able to. As you're speaking there, I'm remembering what he said, and he
Mhm.
lives all the way in Port Michel, and has established his business all the way in Mount Prosper, and from there, from the point he's made the connection from one point to the point of prosperity, and the distance, yeah, from Point Michel to Mount Prosper.
Yes,
Okay, so good afternoon to you, Benno. Thank you very much. You've been a great
definitely.
guest, and we will talk some more how we can together collaborate with bring our minds together, and for all the other businesses too, we can help. Donald, myself, we can help shape your marketing and your entire consultancy plan. Okay, so now let's take just a short break, and then we come to a guest, and we're going nuts this afternoon. With when we talk, we have a very oily, tasty, and healthy situation to talk about. So let's.
Yes, come in. Hold that thought. I'll call you right back. I'll be right back. Partner, Elas Franco, how are you doing? Things are getting really tight in this Gova season. Right now, I just don't know what to do. But Franklin, what are you doing? You're sitting on your money machine. With all them skills and ideas that you have, you can go further, faster. Huawei, go to the NDFD. They've got the best rates on business loans, not to mention affordable business support. They'll get your business registered and help you develop your business plan. They'll design your logo and train small business owners just like you. For real? I go down there now. All jokes aside, NDFD is helping people when others would not.
Okay, we are warming up. We're 30 engines warmed up to 30. We're moving to 40. We're moving to 50. We're 60 and lift off. Switch over to my co-pilot now. He's going to take us into the stratosphere. Yes, no. Okay, that was just
Sorry about that.
no, that was just us on Facebook right here now at the same time. Thank you. Welcome to our
Oh,
listeners,
yes,
viewers on
definitely.
Facebook and on YouTube and his tube and our tube and everything else.
Of course, our regulars.
You know,
We have to
regulars.
say hi
Yes,
to
Joseph,
them.
Joseph. Yes, so
A lot of Josephs.
yeah.
Of course, we have Mrs. Brenda
Yes,
Joseph.
Good
Of course, the
afternoon,
ED
welcome.
is listening right now. So,
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. C. Joseph.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. C. J. E. D. Ooh, all
we
the
have
letters of the alphabet.
Simeon Joseph,
And Mr. Oh, another Simeon. Yeah, another Joseph again. And then
And
none
of
of them from
course-
St. Joseph.
of course, Gloria Joseph.
Yes, well, this one all the way in the north of the island. So all the Josephs.
Oh my God, I had a discourse with her,
Mhm.
but I think it's for another show. But
Yeah.
just outstanding. She is just outstanding.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
G. Joseph.
No,
Gloria?
the yes, the
Gloria.
well, I had a discussion with the C2
Mm-hmm.
this morning, so I don't know why seemingly all Josephs are
Brilliant,
just
and
brilliant.
yes. Yeah. Even Joseph Arimathea too. So one of his good is we're gonna have a program when we talk about financing. We're going to talk about tithing in business. We're going
definitely.
to talk about tithing in
But
business.
let me tell you frankly,
Yes, tell me.
you might notice that I'm wearing brown today,
Yeah,
and you are kind of like
partially brown.
yes, partially
Mhm.
brown.
Golden
You-
brown. Like,
It's to be honest, this is no accident.
okay.
Yes, because it's my little tribute to this Caribbean agricultural product, right? And that is the coconut,
Okay.
right? Coconut is always in my mind earthy, it's resilient, right? And really full of good stuff.
Nice.
Okay. So, just like the business that we are about to feature today. So, our guest today is someone who's found creative and meaningful ways to elevate this seemingly humble, agricultural produce or product, turning what many see as ordinary into something, truly
Extra.
extraordinary or meaningful. In fact, the tagline of her business is one coconut, many possibilities.
Mhm.
And as we promised all our listeners who, in the last time we had her here, said we need more time, to know more about her business and products. So as we promised, we bringing her back today. All right. Of
Mhm.
course, the 2025 Green Innovation Summit champion. Let us show the plaque. The plaque.
Okay. All right. So I have it.
There
Oh
you
my,
go.
that's type of wood. That's a granite plaque, isn't it?
Yes. So describe that for those who are
Okay.
listening.
It's the wood. It seems like mahogany, and it's designed and engraved. 2025 NDFD, the logo
Yes.
NDFD with the building blocks. The two Cicero parrots apparently, and then there's the mountain, like the
Mhm.
innovating the mountain, the Green Mountain. So Green Innovation Summit Champion 2025,
Wow.
and she's none other than
Zebediah Maxwell or
Zabi for short. I prefer Zabi because I have to go back to university and pronounce and use my proper pronunciation and enunciation. Tell me the full name again.
Zebediah Maxwell.
Zebediah.
Okay.
Right.
The Jah is
Maxwell.
for God.
Yes.
The Zeb is for the weed. Yeah, that's kidding. Just go a little closer to your phone. Give a little more volume for me, please. Yes. Go ahead.
So good afternoon
Yeah.
to you,
Good
Zebby.
afternoon.
How's
Yes.
everything so far since your last, appearance here or guesting here?
Short.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
memorable.
that was like
Almost
a few weeks ago,
It
right?
was. It
Mhm,
was.
mhm.
So
So
good
how you doing?
afternoon.
21 days
Yes.
About that. So
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So thank you so much for having me, Franklin and Donald, and of course to our two other young
Owen
men
and
here.
Shan.
Sean,
Yes, Owen
yes.
and Shan, thank you so much for having me. And to our listeners and viewers, thank you so much for having me as well. It has been a great 21 days.
About
It
that.
has
3
been a
weeks
great
ago. Yes,
21
something.
days.
Mhm.
Building on my business, building, developing it further in order to launch it later this year. So it has been quite productive.
Nice. I was also with the good minister, Darren Pinard,
Mm.
with P.S. Gloria Joseph. And, he said he will find a time to be able to meet with you guys. He said just after budget, and we will have that arrangement. So you will have that
Lovely.
opportunity
Lovely,
to
yes.
sit down with him, because he was supposed to be part of our opening ceremony, but other engagement, more I mean, not more important, but
Yeah.
more urgent
Urgent,
yes.
engagements came in. So yeah, Zebi, and of course our executive director Cletus Joseph is listening right now, or viewing.
Well, good afternoon, Mr. Joseph. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So Zebi, remind us again, what is the name of the business? What's the business name?
Okay. So Nature's Loop Coconut Products is
Mm.
manufactured by Maxub Enterprises.
Say that
Nature's
Nature's
again.
Loop
Mhm.
Coconut Products is manufactured by Maxub Enterprises. So Maxub, MAXOB. So think of it as Maxwell and O'Brien because, I'm both of those.
Okay.
Yes. And Enterprises.
So you mean to tell me the name of the business is they call it a portmanteau, a portmanteau
So,
of
yes.
of
Both my parents.
okay.
Yes.
Who's Max?
Who are?
Well, my father is a Maxwell and my
Okay.
mom is an O'Brien.
Oh, Max.
Yes, so
Oh,
Maxub. There you have it.
nice,
Yes.
nice.
Yes. So that's how that name came into play. And of course, Nature's Loop Coconut Products is basically named after nature and
Mhm.
following the loop of nature.
The
So,
loop.
yes, you may be wondering what is that loop,
The-
right?
Yes.
Is it the infinity loop?
Well, a loop, a circle, right?
Yeah,
Have you
circle.
done yes, so nature
Infinity.
goes in
Okay.
a circle, a
Okay.
cycle.
Yes,
So we're
okay.
following that cycle, and we wanted to really emulate that through our name to show that you can live in harmony and still make money, right?
Wow.
So
Mhm.
that's why we chose Nature's Loop
Nice.
because this nutty
Mhm.
products,
Mhm.
right? I know it's a nutty.
Mhm. Yeah.
The coconut, every one coconut. Every coconut we're using, we're getting products out of them. So one coconut can create many products.
Mm.
So that's what we're emulating. So we have our oil,
Mhm.
of course, that's from the milk, of course, of the coconut. Then we have our briquettes, the charcoal from the shell of the coconut.
Mhm.
And we have our husk. The husk of the coconut gives us our plant mulch
Mhm.
and animal bedding.
Mhm.
And our animal feed is created from the pashi
Wow.
cocoa.
So nothing is wasted.
Nothing is
Okay.
wasted.
Yeah, so-
Everything
Hmm.
is used. Even the water of the coconut is going to be used as well.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So no. Okay. So let's begin before the beginning. So we're gonna make the right now your business in.
Yes.
So we started with which one? The coconut oil. You have a big bottle of oil there. Now it's very. I mean, there's
And it's very clear.
very
Yes.
transparent.
Wow.
Very loose, translucent, very transparent.
Mhm.
I really thought that you had. Well, I'm not going to. I'm advertising another product here, but I really thought you had the proof.
That's a different
Yeah,
clear
but
liquid.
there's a consistency here, and it's I don't know. Tell us about how did you what's in this first, and what's the ingredients? What is the makeup, the generic makeup of the,
okay.
and I will talk about the label after because I want people for those who can't see, I will do advertising the label too. But tell me about the product inside the bottle.
Okay. So that is 100% virgin coconut oil. And now all
Wow.
coconut oil is made through fermentation,
Mhm.
right? So it's not cold press. The fermentation just separates the oil from the water, right? So
Mhm.
after the milk begins to ferment, that's what we get. And this, let's get a bit sciencey. So I'm going to break
Yeah,
it down a
sure.
bit further for our listeners.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So our nutrients, right?
Mhm.
Coconut oil it's 100% plant-based, right?
Mhm.
So we get that energy from it. So there's calories in there, they're giving us energy.
Mhm.
Then we also have vitamin E, which is good for our skin.
Mhm.
Okay, so that protects our skin and also it makes it not absorb oxygen, which is
Mhm.
what makes it so longer lasting, so it have a long shelf life as a result other oils, they tend to absorb oxygen, which makes them, the shelf life is shorter.
Yeah.
Right? Then we have the fat. Now, coconut oil has the lowest percentage of fat than any other oil. So that makes it, healthier, as well as allows us to see, okay, one of the fats we actually have is called lauric acid. Lauric, right? And this acid is important because it supports the immune system. So it boosts our immune system.
Yep.
And it helps us to fight bacteria in our body.
Mhm.
So it's very important for us to be, consuming coconut oil because we get that property of fighting against viruses,
Definitely.
bacteria, and fungi, right? And of course, coconut oil is delicious, So we see that we have
And
triglycerides.
nutritious.
Yes,
Okay.
very nutritious. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what's in this bottle. You might think, okay, this gives us so much, it gives us our energy, it fights our bacteria. And if I had to get down into the nitty-gritty
Yes,
sciencey terms, it would basically be triglycerides,
Mhm.
right? We have high in those triglycerides. It's also high in the acid. And of course, we also have other acids that are in there that help us to really fight bacteria, fungi, and really help us to have rejuvenating oil in our body.
Yeah. So,
One-
sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No.
I just want to ask. Well, two things I want to. Number one is, can you tell our listeners and viewers if that's the green business idea that you pitched during your winning green business idea that you pitched during the summit? And number two question I have in mind now is, what for you is your point of differentiation from other, coconut oil products, in the market today? If yeah,
Okay.
two questions for you.
Okay, so let's go back to the summit. So I pitched to the judges at the summit that I would create premium quality coconut oil within the loop of nature, right? So the circular economy model is what my business is based on,
Okay.
which means we're just following nature's way of doing things. Nothing is wasted. It's zero waste. So I proposed to them, from producing this coconut oil, we'll use all the byproducts, all the raw material to create eco-friendly cocoa byproducts that will holistically benefit both the people and the planet. That's what I propose. That's my pitch.
Love it.
So we're not wasting.
Mhm.
So everything is being used, and we're also creating products that not only help people, but also improve their lives,
Nice.
So that's what we're looking to do.
And what about the what differentiates your product or your products from those that are already in the market today?
Okay. So our coconut oil, I can only speak for my oil, but the coconut oil that we create is 100% virgin. Yes. Now, what differentiates it is that since we don't heat press it, because cold press, it applies heat.
Yeah,
to
was
the
what I
coconut.
explained that. Heat press and cold press. What's that?
Right. Okay. So cold press, when a coconut is cold pressed, it's basically applying heat to the coconut to extract the oil from it. Right. So it's at a very, very low temperature to get that oil from it. Now, you can use this oil. It's very good as well. However, some of the nutrients that you would get if it was not cold pressed is removed. So
it's
in
lost
this-
or something like
yes.
that. Yeah.
So in this form, you're getting everything. And that's the benefit we're giving to the people of Dominica. We're giving you every nutrient that you want, your health in that bottle of oil. So you're getting all of the acids to help you fight against fungi, bacteria, and viruses. You're also getting all of the nutrients, the vitamin E, and you're getting the ability to also absorb vitamin D, A, K, and also E. So you see, we're giving you everything, which differentiates from cold pressed oils, which can limit those components.
Okay, I'm happy for the nutritional value for the building of the cellular from a cellular level for growth in the human body. Now, before it gets to my cellular level, it has to get to my mouth. What is it highly recommended for? Do I add it to my vegetables? Do I add it to my stews? Do I add it to my food, to my cooking? Enlighten me.
I'm glad you asked. So since we started with the mouth, we'll start from outside and then we'll go internally, right? So of course, coconut oil is good for your skin. All right. So we know that you can use it in personal care, so skincare. And I'll give an example. In your hair, right? You have hair follicles, and coconut oil strengthens those follicles. It also heals it. So classic example, I use me as an example. Now, in my family, we have eczema, right? Now you might be like, she has eczema? You can't really tell.
No.
But that's because my mom,
Mhm.
whenever we have an eczema outbreak, she whips up a concoction of coconut oil as well as other essential oils, which we will be releasing as well later
Okay.
in the year. You can
I
look
need
forward to
that
that
too.
healing,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that healing concoction.
It come in.
Yes, it's coming.
As we
But-
say it here, right? It
Yeah,
come
it
in.
come in.
It come in. It come in.
To a shop near you.
So she whips that up, and then we apply that to our hair,
Mhm.
and that helps to reduce and also to heal the eczema outbreak.
Wow.
So that's that. If you have psoriasis as well, it's good for
Mhm.
that. Dandruff, it's
yes,
good for
yes,
that.
yes,
So of
yes,
course,
definitely.
you know, and if you have dry skin,
Mhm.
it's also good for your skin. So it relieves that itching and also heals. So that is one of the good ways coconut oil helps you externally,
Mhm.
right? Now let's go internally. now.
Internally.
So let's start with our mouth. Now,
Mhm.
dental care is important, right?
Mhm.
And coconut oil helps you with bad breath. If you have bad breath, you switch
Mhm.
this in your mouth for 5 to 10 minutes,
Mhm.
it will eliminate bad breath.
Mm.
Now, also, it reduces plaque. Okay, so the buildup of plaque, and also helps to fight against the bad bacteria in your mouth that causes your cavities and causes, you know, your teeth to also be affected. You know, you get those plaque buildup, you can get also your gums might get sore and sensitive. It helps to fight against that. So it's very good there. Now, if I had to go internally, let's go a bit deeper. Now, when you consume coconut oil, it helps to actually boost fat burning.
Mm.
Like, yep, it
Okay.
does. So it burns through fats, which is, you might be like, oh wow, you didn't know that, right? You didn't know it burns
No,
through fat.
no.
But
No, I
it
didn't.
does.
I'm listening.
What about
I'm listening.
what about muscle building?
We'll
It
get
does.
to that. We'll get
Oh.
to that. Yes, we will.
No, I ask because you know Franklin here
Mhm.
just got a scholarship, a 1 month
Oh,
scholarship
yeah.
Wow.
No. But I get it first month, but I'm going to stay
first month,
for
yes.
the whole 6 months.
from,
yeah.
of course, from Mr. Danny Joseph of Hot Bodies Gym.
Oh,
Yeah.
You probably forgotten that
Congratulations,
already.
No, I haven't. You're taking me Thursday. I'm starting on Thursday.
Okay.
You're taking me.
He's
Yeah.
taking you
So
there.
big up,
He doesn't have a choice.
So you're
big up,
going with
big
him.
up to Danny.
Yeah. No. I want to be like him.
And we have to bring that. We have to bring that.
You're bringing
with
this too
us.
as well.
Yeah.
The bottle.
So you add it to your shakes and everything.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Wow.
lovely.
What about?
But
Okay. Yes.
Let me go
yes,
into that
please.
Yes,
actually.
sure.
So
Mhm.
coconut oil builds bone strength.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. And it also helps to improve, as I said, your absorption of certain vitamins. So, you know, vitamin D, sunlight.
Mhm.
It helps to
Mhm.
improve that absorption of sunlight. Your
Mhm.
K, your leafy greens, it helps to improve that absorption from your K,
Mhm.
your greens. And of course, you have your A for your vision. You also
Mhm.
have your E for your skin, you know, so it helps to
Mm.
improve these. Now, if we're looking deeper, all right, so because it's already improving your D, it's also improving your calcium absorption.
Mm.
All right, so that strengthens your bones. Now, when we're looking at your joints, it does reduce inflammation in your joints and your skin. So that's why it's so good, because by consuming it, and also, you know, they make salves out of coconut oil as well. So rubbing it is also good, but by consuming it, you're
Mhm.
getting, you know, that suppression of the inflammation there. And if we had to go a bit deeper, enzymes like, you know, certain enzymes can help to actually block your pathways, right? They make it inflamed, but the coconut oil helps to release
Okay.
that
Mm.
inflammation and allow for the flow.
Is that the bottle of coconut oil? Is that your anchor product?
Yes,
Is,
That's
is,
my
absolutely, yes.
mascot, yes.
Right. Okay.
so,
the
so
bottle
that's your
right,
main product.
main product. That's the
That's-
flagship.
that's
really.
the
That's a flagship
bottle,
product.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
nice.
Because
nice.
it's a pretty bottle, you know.
Yeah,
you
I'm
look
looking at the
bottle.
label. Where did you come up with this? Is that your concept? Because the label, it is pure white with few highlights at the edges and black, just virgin coconut oil. On the side, there was the nutritional value, all the nutritional facts on one side. It tells you what you can get, the cholesterol, what the
Yes.
oil, the calories, everything. And on the other side, it just says where it's been manufactured. But by the way, before we can always say it again, but let me just say,
Yes.
let me just say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my magnifying spectacles. Made in Dominica by Maxob Enterprises,
Yes.
and that's at Charu Village in the village of St. Paul, in the parish of St. Paul. Sorry,
Mhm.
Commonwealth of Dominica in the WI, no, not UWI, the West Indies, and it's 100% pure,
100%
natural,
natural.
yeah, virgin, which means the coconut runs the fastest.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
yes.
And mhm, yes, yes.
No, the next one I see you have the book, so let's just hit it. No. Tell us how what you suggest in case you want to have a what's the thing you put dressing, like salad dressing.
Okay.
Tell me about that.
So-
and all the other
So you can
things.
really like it.
Everything.
It really has infinite,
Yes.
you know,
yes.
uses
Yes.
and possibilities. You know.
Yes. So I'll give you an example. In my
Mhm.
household, we use coconut oil for everything. So we go
Mm.
through a bottle. Of
Tell us
which-
everything.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so we use it to cook. So stir fry,
Mm-hmm.
deep fry as well. Although you want to limit the amount of fried foods you eat,
Mhm.
right? And we also use it to bake. You need to line your pan. To grease your pan, we use coconut oil for that. So if you're
Okay.
baking all fig pies or I'm baking a cake, that's what I use.
Okay.
If I'm baking a cake as well, I don't use any other oil but coconut oil. That's what I use in my cakes. All right. We also use coconut oil for creating, your rice. You like to make some rice, you do
Mhm.
that. If you want to do peas, everything, even some fig and codfish, you sprinkle some fig on, oil in
Mhm,
your
mhm.
fig, you got
Mhm.
that. Even bread and oil,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
know,
Okay.
because fun fact, coconut oil reduces appetite.
Mm.
You never had a sandwich
Yes.
Yes,
and a
yes.
heavy, well-made sandwich.
Mhm.
That sandwich is filled with coconut milk, yes?
Yes.
And when you eat
Mm.
it, you feel full. You don't want to eat
Yes,
anything
yes,
else.
definitely.
Yes.
It has
Okay.
it has
Oh, yeah.
delayed your hunger. So yes, that's why it's so good as well. Because you have that fasting aspect
Mhm,
also
mhm.
coming in.
Mhm.
So really, virgin coconut oil is one of nature's most powerful natural, elixirs, so to
Yes,
speak. Yeah,
yes.
so to speak.
Yes.
So you mentioned about its antibacterial, antifungal, antioxidant,
Yes.
and even I believe anti-inflammatory
Yes.
properties. Right?
Mhm.
Amazing.
Yeah, but we also have and we have the anti there, but we see the unclinic on it. Pass it for me, please.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Tell us
Okay, so
al-
so we
also
have
about
this
the
and
the
draw,
other
draw the
product.
reps a little closer. So we have the batch number 1. So what is this one? This
Okay. So this is actually the batch I brought for you to smell because this is 9 months old.
yes.
Mm.
Right?
Yes.
This is how old it is. And this
Mhm.
one is 6 months old.
Okay, yeah,
Right?
sure.
Mm.
No, this is the mascot bottle, so we want to limit opening it.
Yes, oh,
So
sure,
leave it there.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I brought this for you to smell so you can tell viewers about the smell of the
Mhm.
coconut,
Mhm,
Nature's
mhm.
Loop coconut
Okay.
oil.
Okay. Pass
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Pass it. Okay. I bring. Okay.
You can just put the cap up.
Oh yeah, just realized. Okay, my God, I didn't know what she did. Lady cover on a bottle. Yeah, simple. Okay, so I put 1, 2, 3 drops. Okay, I pass it on to Donald. And what do I do?
Just smell it, and you can also rub
Okay.
it into your hands.
That was what I intended to do. Yeah, Sean watching me like he wants his to. No, Sean. No, my fault. No, my fault. Okay.
wow. Yeah.
Oh, that brings me to my certain childhood. Yeah,
Oh, me too.
Yes, so yeah. When we used to before the Americans and this whatever said that coconut oil was not good and so on, our parents used to rub us down, and I
And
just
I'm glad you mentioned that because before consuming coconut oil, part of their diet, consuming coconut milk
Yes.
helped to reduce diseases. So,
Mhm.
we had lower diabetes,
Lower,
lower obesity,
indeed.
lower heart disease. So, all of this was part and parcel of their
Mhm.
diet. So that helped them
It's
to
really
be healthier.
Smelling fresh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Very, very fresh.
I
You never
don't-
see an elderly person that in their 90s, they're walking, they're sprightly,
Yeah.
they look good.
Yeah. Mhm.
This was one of the stuff they were consuming.
Yeah.
So,
Can somebody maybe just take a teaspoon of that regularly? No?
sure, you can. Actually, my mom, every night, she takes a teaspoon
Okay.
and she takes that to line her gut. Coconut oil is very good for your stomach and it's for your gut health as well, which basically means that since it really helps your bacteria in your gut, it will
Oh.
essentially help you to reduce bloating,
Okay.
discomfort in your stomach and
Mhm.
inflammation. So every night, if you take it, that's good. If you take it 3 times a week, that's also good. You
Good.
can take it like that.
Like it adds probiotics
Yes.
to your intestine.
And Nature's Loop coconut oil is very good for taking, you want to reduce your bloating,
Mhm.
any discomfort, you can take that.
Okay, we have about 10 minutes. Tell me what's in the bag.
Yes, lovely. So we have cocoa briquettes.
What's that?
Now, this is made from the shell of the coconut and it's basically charcoal.
Mm.
All right. And it's longer burning. All right.
Okay.
It burns longer and it also has the ability. Now, we have a secret ingredient in there that allows it to burn for
I
hours.
was gonna say, I don't know what is that. I was about to say, are you sure? Okay, but it allows it to burn for hours, yes? So
Yes.
this I have a little bag here. It's very, very well packaged and convenient. It's not like you have to go and get a
Oh,
car
yeah.
or share bone. So you have it nicely packaged.
Yes. And that's
And-
just a smaller bag.
And that is smaller bag.
Yes.
Again, with the advent and the increasing prevalence of unpredictable natural disasters,
Mhm.
if you could add some value to that and maybe start to create your little coal pots and your little things. You never know. and
Yeah.
by extension, eventually, when you have your big enterprise and your empire, then you can also have your own little coconut cup
for your hot water and so on. Anyway,
Oh wow!
that's just,
Frank,
my
you
idea.
think in the future? Wow.
Yes.
No, but
You're already
of
in my
course, I always
mind.
think. But for me, there's no box. People say think outside the box. For me, there's no box.
No box,
Yes.
right?
Okay, we have Huguette Saint-Hilaire. So says she love what Zebby. She says she love what you're doing, and she says I named the coconut tree the tree of life.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you so much,
So
Miss
maybe your
Saint-Hilaire.
next one, you're gonna make a product called the Tree of Life, something in it. And we also have Miss Brenda, Miss Brenda Joseph, Marilla Joseph, and she says we are all from the north. So this is one. The other one
Big up all the North
yes, you
people.
have another
Thank
one.
you
You
so
have
much for
another one.
listening. Yes, this is
This is-
cocoa compost.
Okay, so we have the briquettes here, and we
Cocoa
have
compost.
what's in that?
This is made from the pashy cocoa.
Okay.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know the passion,
Mm.
you see when you have coconut there's a coconut
the meat of the coconut, the
yeah,
white
yeah, the
flesh.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
And when
Yes.
you blend it and you squeeze the milk from it, the
Mm.
dry, you know what you
Mm.
make in
And
tablet
the
out
tablet.
of?
That's what I'm looking for. The coconut
Yes.
tablet. That's what I'm looking for. The solo.
Yes. So that's what we use to make the cocoa compost.
Mm.
Right.
Yes.
And now we have plant mulch, which is made from the husk.
Okay.
You know?
So
Wow.
and what is that used for though?
Oh, plant mulch, you can
Yes.
use it to put around your plants to
Mm.
keep the
Okay.
moisture.
Nice.
Wow.
That's what I want to
Yes.
do.
Nice,
You know,
nice.
we're getting hotter nowadays. We want to
Yes,
keep the moisture
yes.
in our plants, and
Yes.
that's the
Fantastic.
solution we've created.
Okay.
And of course,
Fantastic.
animal bedding. You have a chicken, you want to line their coop, you can use this.
Wow.
Oh.
So right now, in total, you have how many products?
Byproducts.
Okay.
Or
Or
by-
So
byproducts?
in total, we have byproducts. So in total, we have 4 byproducts.
Four. So far,
Yes.
well, and well, 5. You have the oil.
Well, the
you have
oil
the
is
5.
the main
The
product.
main product. Oh, okay. You
That's the
byproduct.
flagship.
Yes.
So you have 5. Okay.
Yes.
So out of the after the coconut. Yes.
And of course,
The
you can look
family.
out for regenerative skin and hair care concoction. That
Ooh,
will
so more to
heal-
come.
Yes, more to
Ooh.
come.
Yeah. Yes,
So
more
ju-
to come.
Just now, people like don't know gonna have it.
No,
when I see me, they gonna say, "Yeah," I say, yes,
Rastafari. Rastafari, yes.
yes.
That's gonna be next year, or
Yeah.
what's gonna happen
I
when?
don't know how long it
It's
takes.
soon,
You're here
soon.
longer than mine. Yeah. So Zeb, okay. So now we're talking with Zeb and her products. Tell us
I
how
already
do
got-
we?
Thank you. Very good
Yeah.
question.
let's
No, very
continue.
good question, because I just got a message asking
Right.
how
so
to
how do we get in touch
how
with
to
you?
contact you.
Yes.
Okay, so you can email us at info@maxubenterprises.com.
Mhm.
So I'll say it
Maxub
again.
is spell Maxub. So say it again. Info.
Info@maxub,
Spell that.
MAXOB
Mhm.
enterprises.com.
I want to call you though. So how do I
Alright,
call
of
you?
course, I'll give you my phone number as well. So
Mhm.
that's 767-315-0904.
Okay, say it again.
767-315-0904.
Okay, and what are your is that regular hours? Or you have specific hours that you functioning, or is that Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, Saturday to Sunday?
You can contact me from Mondays to Saturdays, of
Saturdays.
course. Yes.
Mm.
And you can call me from 8 o'clock to 4.
Okay, is there any plan at this point in time that you I just realized that you're now establishing full time. So, but is there any time at any time do you have any of your coconut products available somewhere in town?
Currently, no.
Okay,
But you can
looking-
look out for that soon. We will
Mm.
make that available to Dominicans.
Of course, with the
Yes.
help of the NDFD.
NDFD, yes. But however, if you do call or you email, you can order a bottle and I will be in contact with you to get that to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Very quickly. I know we are running out of time, but very quickly, we have someone on the line right now
Ooh.
who would like
surprise.
who would like to say something for you. Of course, he wasn't here when you won the
Is that Mr. Joseph?
No, no,
Mr. Joseph.
no, not him,
Okay.
not
It's a
him.
surprise.
From
It's a surprise. No, put
It's
it up.
surprise.
Put him on. I'm good afternoon. I'm Mr. I'm sure. I'm Miss. I'm Lady. I don't know who you are, but surprise us. Good afternoon. Welcome. Whoever you are. You said of the business.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Hello, how are you?
Don't scoop your.
And you have a queen in the house, right?
Oh, she's it's her time. She's in the spotlight. Yes, Miss
Yeah,
Miss
let's-
Ethiopia.
Let me see.
That's
let
homeland,
me-
yes. How are
let
you
me say
doing?
Congratulations to you, Zebediah McLeod.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And congratulations on being the champion now of the Every Green Innovation Summit Version 3 held in 2025. I know you didn't miss certain people who were not there, but that's fine.
I did actually miss you.
But, congratulations again on that, and we look forward to working with you and your other cost colleagues for the next couple of years. So your plate will be filled, I guess, and then together we can help build those enterprises that you guys want to build, that you have dreamt of and forged. Went through some real scrutiny, and having all of those experts available to you is a plus, complementary. So do make good use of that. As I always tell our Green Innovations people, essentially you just want access to NDFD more or less whenever you desire, to be able to have a discussion, thrash out your ideas, and that sort of thing. So make good use of it, and the NDFD family welcomes you on board. So welcome aboard, and congratulations again to you and to those listening via the radio or online and otherwise. Greetings, good afternoon, and also welcome on board to the NDFD family.
Wow.
Thank
Beautiful
you
message.
so much.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Edie.
much.
So much.
That's my boss.
Yeah, that's my bro. Okay, so thank you
But-
very much.
Thanc you very much to you,
Thank you.
Edie. Thank you very much. All right.
And yeah, so we
Franklin?
just want to just recap and to just we're going over just this is the label, our labeling. So we're talking about Nature Island, rather Nature's Loop 100% virgin coconut oil, which is a flagship product. But apart from that, it's manufactured by Maxup Enterprises. You're taking one product, and out of that one product, you use the shell for making.
Cocoa briquette,
Then you have the husk for.
the making the plant mulch and animal bedding,
Then you have the milk making,
the oil, as well as the animal feed.
and then eventually you're gonna have the water, and
It's also for the animal feed.
Oh,
and then we have the tree for life, for additional life.
but Zabi, let me tell you, because we mentioned earlier something about young people, right?
Mhm.
So I just want to probably get a message from you. If for all the young people who are listening right now, what's your message? From us at NDFD, you are an inspirational a person because of what you did in the summit, and what not even during the summit, but what you have been doing. I know you're also part of We Planet.
yes.
Big up to all our We Planet
Yeah,
friends, co-founders,
our
right?
ambassadors, big up.
Definitely, and so many other things. So what message do you have right now for our young people out there listening to us?
All right. What I will say firstly is believe in yourself. Believe in the ability for you to succeed. You can and you will. All right. And of course, support is important. You can't do it alone. You can't. So if you have a friend, a mentor, a teacher, a parent, someone in your life who is there for you, you can lean on them, do so, because you need that support and guidance. And it's important that you not just believe in yourself, but in them as well, because their support will help you go a long way. I will also say that, if you have an idea and that idea is going to be the change that's needed and to serve people and also serve the planet, write it down, work on it. And of course, you can come to NDFD. They are also supporting green innovation. So they will support you and they're for us, So as a young person, your ideas are not stupid. They're not irrelevant. They are necessary. And once you work on it and once you put your passion, of course, your determination into it, you will succeed. And you can. I believe in you.
Okay,
Beautiful.
quick question, and you answer. Did you wake up one day, and where did the idea come from, and how do you work on it? Step 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So 20 years, my parents have been creating coconut oil. I'm 21. So
Of
that shows
course.
how long they've been doing it.
Big up to, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Maxwell.
Yes, big up my parents.
I cannot wait to meet
Yes.
your father, because
You're that for true.
I met your mom already,
Yes.
so very
And that's
soon,
amazing.
hopefully,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Mhm.
And with that farming and agro processing background and being
Mhm.
Rastafarian, we know that living in harmony is the way to go.
Oh,
So looking at what we do, I realized that we're having waste accumulating. How do I
Mhm.
solve this? So I
Wow.
sat down and started researching. What can I do? How can I make this not just serve people, but also in balance with Dominica's flora and fauna, with the environment. So that's how I woke up and realized, okay, we can do more. I can do more. And I started working on that.
So imagine that, Zabi, you were actually already a Green Innovation Summit
From birth.
winner.
But
Ju-
actually
you
from the concept, everything, because
you were just waiting for the
yes.
for the time, so it was just a matter of time.
Yes.
Yeah, the first time I saw her, when that was before the actual summit,
Mhm.
I saw her on the veranda and she was going through something. I'm saying, this girl's focused. And then I met her. and
I have
didn't
to
know-
agree with you.
Yeah, and then I met her, and you can tell. I don't know if she's going to repeat what I said to her. I said, first thing, have you're a leader. Are you going? I remember
And
say you're going to be in
Yes.
United Nations. You're going to be a speaker. You're going to represent. You're going to get an ambassador.
I remember you telling me that.
You before, yes.
But
did.
yeah, and one thing about her, because obviously she's a very smart young
I
person.
could tell. Yes,
But during the summit, let me tell you, Zebi was just all eyes, ears, and spirit, like learning, listening to mentors. I'm sure all of our mentors can attest to your, to your willingness to still learn.
Mhm.
Her humility, her focus is just really,
Yeah.
queenly, so to speak. So that's
Yeah.
why we are very happy and we're very proud that we can call you this time at NDFD. We call the summit winners as Green Queen or King, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
So the past winner, who is Rachel Shillingford, our
Shillingford,
good
yes.
friend,
Yes.
and now another Green Queen. So we are very happy and proud to have you on board as the face of our green program
I'm
Mhm.
happy.
at,
Well,
at NDFD.
what's your dad's name? First name?
My dad's first name is Cuthbert.
Okay.
Cuthbert.
Okay. Cuthbert, and your mom's first name?
Is Vern.
Okay, Cuthbert and Vern. Congratulations, you have a great daughter.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yes,
God.
indeed.
Do we
Yeah.
have something for her?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Shan has it prepared. There's something we prepared for you.
prepared another
Yeah.
surprise?
Yes.
So listen.
Yes. And so go ahead, Shan, when you're ready. Yes.
For your excellent participation on this, our bi-weekly small business empowerment program titled Nature Island Small Business Buzz. Today, at this moment, you and your business enterprise deserve an enthusiastic NDFD and Q95 national standing ovation.
Hey, nice. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I just remember a joke to talk about harmony. Well, tell you when you become a multi-trillionaire, I want to be close to you, to live with you.
Me too.
Yeah. And the punchline is, since you mentioned harmony, I want to live with you closely so we could both live with you in harmony.
That's good. I like that one. That was good.
I love that. Oh
So-
my God.
Thank you very much for joining us. Remember once again, yes. So
No,
go
I
ahead.
just want to big up, of course, all the two other winners,
Yes.
and of course all
The
participants
participants,
of
yes.
your batchmates, so to speak, of the Green Innovation Summit. All of them, to be honest, all of them were really fantastic.
Okay.
So
I agree.
So we want you to get your coconut oil and all the byproducts of the
Mhm.
coconut from.
Maxub Enterprises through the Nature's Loop coconut products.
Let me
say that again.
Maxub Enterprises through
That's
the
it.
Nature's Loop coconut products line.
And the telephone number is quickly.
315-0904.
We gotta go, but first.
Very quickly, for DJ Sean, the number to call is 285-8929. And for Ozone Media, the number to call is 615-6877 and 285-5801. That's Ozone Media and DJ Sean, the DJ and the sound system. That's 285-8929.
And with thanks to management and staff here, and especially our general manager and our head here, Mr.
Mhm.
Sharon Gregoire. Thank you very much,
Definitely.
and Mr. Executive Director.
Mr. Cletus
Thank you
Joseph,
very
our
much.
chairman, Mr.
Yes.
Eddie Bruno.
Good, yes. And all
All our
members of staff
directors.
right here at the Q95, we wish
Mhm.
you a very pleasant Tuesday, and see you on Thursday for another edition of Nature Island.
Small business buzz.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
My theme.